I made a prototype a bad prototype in Python, and we played with it and iterated on it, found some things that worked, found a lot of things that didn't work. We stopped. We kind of threw that project out entirely. We debated then about a lot of derivatives that were related to or built on that earlier work. We did a design and settled on a design for what would become Ingress, and then we started building it. We did come up with a few kind of design constraints that were sort of set in stone for us at the beginning, that were our guideposts for Ingress. One was this idea that the world is the game map, that we would take the real physical world as it exists and find interesting locations and make those the basic set of locations for the game. The second one was that you would have to move to play the game, and we wanted to incentivize people to go out and exercise and move through the real world. So we weren't going to allow playing from the couch. We weren't going to make exceptions. That was just a hard and fast rule, that you would have to move around and leave the house in order to successfully play the game. The third concept was that we wanted to promote discovery of interesting places. So there was this kind of agenda that we had, that there are really cool, awesome things in your town or community that you probably don't know about, and that we could use a game to help you discover some of them. So from the beginning, we picked places like historical sites, works of public art, that people probably walk by, that we've all walked by maybe dozens of times or hundreds of times and not noticed. And the goal with the game was to get people to see those more, to visit them more, to maybe get out in the local park more, and maybe build some deeper connection to the places that people lived through the game. And the final sort of rule was that it would be a social game, that it would be an MMO, that everybody would play in this game environment, the same global game environment, that there would be one instance of that world, and that you would be able to communicate and collaborate with other people who were playing. Those were really the only hard and fast rules. And we developed the basic game design and then began to iterate on the specifics of the game to try to get something that kind of worked within those constraints.